So we're here. Honestly, I'm just jumping right back into it. We just finished part one. Now we're moving on to part two. So let's just go right into the story.
二人の間通り過ぎた風はどこから寂しさを運んできたの泣いたりしたその後の
I feel a bit guilty ending it like this, but just how much more can I really do? Heck, he didn't even want me to do this much. I'm glad I could help. I really hope you feel better soon. It was nice to meet you, Devin. Just as I'm about to walk away, his hand suddenly grabbed mine. Let go of me? Did you need something else? Devin, are you alright? Devin, are you alright? I immediately turned around and hold his hand in my own while trying to be gentle with his arm. What do you need? Did you change your mind about calling for some help or going to the doctor? I don't want you to have to suffer alone, so I don't mind waiting here with you. Devin looks up at me with wide eyes, like he wasn't expecting this at all. As I begin to sit down on a bench next to him, he finally pulls his hand away and stops me. No, I didn't change my mind. Thank you, though. I just wanted to let you know I want you to know you left your milk behind earlier when helping me, and you probably don't want to forget that. Oh, I totally forgot about the freaking milk. She didn't pick it up afterwards? She could have still carried it. My milk, that's right, I totally forgot. I guess I got so distracted helping you, I almost didn't remember to go back for it. Thanks for reminding me, Devin. What would I have done without you? He quickly becomes flustered again and shakes his head a bit. Then you say I'm the reason you got distracted in the first place. Maybe so, but it wasn't like you did that on purpose, so I'm still saying you're pretty helpful. Devin looks off to the side, a bit embarrassed. I'm going to go grab my milk now, but let me know if you need anything else. I'll have to walk back by here to get home anyway, so I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute then. I give a small wave and start to jog towards the corner we just came from. I make a turn and begin to walk back down the previous road to where I left my milk. I really am glad Devin said something because I would have felt so ridiculous once I got home. It was the only reason I came out here and went through this wild evening after all. That's a big jug of milk. Okay. It only takes me a few seconds to find the lonely bag sitting on the sidewalk. The time makes me realize just how slow we were walking before. A distance that felt like it took ages to traverse was really a short jog. I quickly glance over the milk to make sure it's still in good condition, and the jug looks perfectly fine. It was only out here by itself for a minute, but better to check than drink bad milk. I scoop up the bag into my arms and start heading back. I should really say bye to Devin before heading home and check on him one last time. I run back to the bench and see him sitting there just as I left him. Well, something seems a bit off. He seemed just as unwell as ever. In fact, he's not even looking at me now. Is he ready for me to just leave now, or does he even know I'm here? I step a bit closer so I'm right in front of him, and I try to duck down to get one last look at his face. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because he's in pain. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about the whole fact that he might be pretending and faking all of this. But is it wrong that I kind of don't care that he's faking? Oh my goodness, I'm done. I'm done. I step a bit closer so I'm right in front of him, and I try to duck down to get one last look at his face. Well, I got my milk, so I guess I'll be heading back home now. As I said before, it was nice to meet you. Get home safe, alright? Just as I'm about to leave, I finally notice the dark stains forming all over his sleeve and onto the rest of his clothes. He's bleeding? Earlier, they were small enough that they could be mistaken for shadows, especially in the dim light, but now it seemed much more obvious. Is that blood? Now it's impossible to ignore it. The panic hits me like an Advil as I feel my heart drop. I look down at the arm I had used to help support his body when we were walked over here. There was a smudge of crimson across my hand that I didn't see earlier. He was bleeding. He was bleeding so much. It didn't seem possible. How did I not notice how bad it was? There was blood dripping down his hand now. Did I make it worse? Did I hurt him while carrying him here? Bro! Dude! No, I didn't mean to hurt him. Will he be alright? I lifted Damien's shoulder to look at his face. His eyes seemed hazy, like he might pass out soon. You need to get to the hospital immediately. I'll call the ambulance. Why didn't you tell me you were bleeding this much? What happened to you? It's just a little bit of blood? Bro, stop. A bit of blood? This seems like much more than a bit. Is it really that bad? Are you worried about me? Yes, now just show me how you got injured. I walk closer and try to reach over to grab his own hand. Suddenly, Damien moves up from the bench and stands in front of me. Sai, please just listen to me. So now you can walk on your own? Huh? Well, I guess now you can stand on your own. You're not really walking, but... Okay. I need help, but Devin seems to inhale deeply like he's trying to raise up all the courage and willpower he has. I want to rush over to help him sit back down safely, but I feel frozen in place. I just examine his face, waiting for a sign to grab and steady him again. His eyes glanced at mine, shifting from assessing to pleading, like he really wants to, need to, tell me something. He still seems physically weak, but it almost like he's even more energized now. Like something in the past 3 seconds totally revitalized his conviction. We both wait as he finally gets his bearings. Will you please hear me out? Yeah, I'll listen. Devin steps a bit more into the light and raises his arm halfway into the air. It's like he's trying to reveal the injury without moving his sleeves, like he's trying to shield me from just how bad it is. But all I see is more blood, and he seems to sense my concern. I didn't want to worry you too much, but it seems the state I'm in looks quite bad. To be honest, it hurts really bad too. He grimaced as he looks down at his arm. Maybe he didn't even let himself think of how painful it was before. I didn't want you to know my arms are so much worse than I let on. Bro, what happened? Then why don't you let me call for help? Someone did this to me. They were trying to hurt me. Someone hurt you? Who? Devin looks at me with a pained expression. Then he stares at his arms again, looking at the stains forming along his sleeves. A stalker. He has a stalker. Bro, will the stalker try to kill me since I've been nice to him this whole time? Bro, was it really not him? Does he really have a stalker? Bro, if he has a stalker, and then by me helping him, the stalker comes after me. Or are you the stalker? I don't know. A stalker. A stalker. What? Are you being serious right now? I feel my blood begin to run cold. Out of all things, a stalker? It's true, I didn't really know what was happening until it was too late. Next thing I know, I'm on the side of the street and bleeding. My arms hurt so much, but I couldn't move. I was afraid I was going to be found again and killed. But then you found me instead and I felt safe. I hope you understand, but I really can't go to the hospital like this. Why not, honestly? I can tell my attacker will know that's where I'll need to go, and they'll try to find me there. Bro, just tell the police! So I'm too afraid just the thought of it happening. I was about to argue with Devin, but seeing the fear in his eyes and the way his body is shaking, I don't have the heart to disagree. It's okay, Devin, I understand. You're not going to call for help, right? You're weird. You can call the police and tell them that someone attacked you, and then they'll be on the lookout for any strange individuals that comes to like the hospital. Bro, you were attacked. Okay, you have all the right to call the police. You're not going to call for help, right? No, not if you don't want me to, but why can't we call the police? Yeah! Bye, big brains? No, that's not even big brain. That's like freaking minimum brain. Call the police? You might be in real danger. Police, I really don't think that's a good idea. It makes me too nervous. Plus, I don't even think they would take me seriously after not believing me before. Oh. Looking at the blood continue to drip from his hands, I feel it's hard to not take Devin seriously at this moment. But if he feels so certain about it, I shouldn't doubt him about this either. There has to be some solution, right? He can't just deal with this by himself and risk getting hurt even more. I want him to be able to get help. His life could be at risk, and I don't think I could go home only to see him on the news tomorrow. Then what are we supposed to do? You can't keep walking around like that. I just need someplace safe. I really don't think I can just be home alone while someone is after me. Bro, you're not coming to my house. You're gonna bring a whole stalker behind you. They might be watching us now. Why did they leave you alone in the first place? That makes no sense. Your whole story doesn't add up at all, bro. Like, I don't trust you anymore. The fact that you don't want to call the police, you don't want to go to the hospital, you don't want to go home. You said the police won't believe you. They didn't believe you last night. You said that your stalker might be at the hospital. You said you can't go home by yourself because you know your stalker might show up there. You just want someone safe to go. Bro, you're really minimizing your option. If you're hurt, if you're freaking injured, the police is gonna have to take you serious. I just need someplace safe. I really don't think I can just be home alone while someone is after me. Then if there were some basic medical supplies, I could make it work. I've patched myself up from worse. From worse. See, Devin, you're getting off all the wrong vibes right now. It feels like an inadequate solution, but my mind is racing too much to think of a good alternative myself. But one thing I know for sure, I can't just leave him like this. You said you can't leave him alone like this? But I'm going to a clinic. Well, clinics are probably closed. I know like multiple hospitals in this town. How does that person know what hospital you're at? Whatever. But one thing I know for sure, I can't just leave him like this. I may be terrified, but that's nothing compared to what Devin is going through at this moment. I've been on the edge the past few weeks with thoughts someone has been watching me, but he's been living it. I feel a bit silly trying to relate. Bro, he's probably your freaking stalker. And he's probably freaking watching you. He's probably been stalking you. Oh my goodness, I can't. And then he like thought up this whole elaborate scheme in order to get inside your house. Invite me in. Hey. The title of the game. I feel a little silly trying to relate. I can't help but feel a sense of connection though, like it was fate that I happened to be the one here to help him. If anyone want to know what it's like to live with this fear and how it can affect you, it would be me. And wouldn't I want someone to do the same for me if I was ever in such a dangerous situation? As I've been going through my reasoning in mind, Devin has just been staring at me with a hopeful expression. If you need someplace to go, you can come to my house. That's like, out of all the wrong choices in this situation, like, out of all the choices in this situation, that is definitely the worst option. They're like, it's a list of things that we could do. Hospital, freaking police. I can get your Uber. You can go to a shelter or something. But you choose a freaking going to my house. If you need someplace to go, you can come to my house. Really? I can come to your house? I have a first aid kit I bought recently. I'm not sure how helpful it would be, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, that'll work fine. Sorry, I can't believe you're really helping me. Honestly, he makes me feel bad, but at the same time, Like my survival instinct. No, not even freaking survival instinct. My common sense is telling me there's something off about this guy. Even without all the backstory of like the game is supposed to be scary. Well, I don't even know if it's supposed to be scary. Maybe it's supposed to be like a. Is this a horror game? I don't freaking know. I thought it was supposed to be a horror game. I just kind of downloaded it. I'm like, this looks cool. I'm downloading it. It gives horror vibes. I'm not going to leave you out here alone or just hand you off to people you don't feel safe with. I really do want to help you, Devin. And I find myself really meaning those words. We stare at each other for a moment, assessing this bizarre situation that's been laid out quickly in front of us. With a look on his face, he seems so happy, ecstatic even. This just shows that I definitely made the correct choice, right? Bro, what about family? And you must have family or friends somewhere that we could call. This just shows that I definitely made the correct choice, right? Right? Or did I even have a choice to not help someone in this much peril? It doesn't feel like I did at all. Bro, he's freaking manipulating you. He's making you feel like you have a choice, but really he's maneuvering you to do what he wants you to do. I try to push down any feeling of uncertainty and move on to the next objective. So, we shouldn't stay out here too long, right? Isn't it kind of dangerous? Yes, you're right. We should leave right now. You're showing him where you live. Devin head whips around to survey the area, but he seems quickly satisfied. I think we're safe, but it's best to be helpful and hurry along. Alright, then let's go. I instantly walked over to Devin and leaned against him, moving my arm across his back again. Hi, what are you doing? You still need help walking, don't you? After all this, I can't have you falling over on me. Of course, sorry, I nearly forgot and it surprised me. You forgot? And you can barely walk? Of course. Sorry, I nearly forgot and it surprised me. I can't help but smile at how flustered he still gets at this point, even with how horrible his night has been gone. Even though we just met, Devin seems to enjoy being around me. I'm happy to think I could make what must be one of the worst days ever a bit brighter. Devin moves against my arm, and we begin to walk it together again. Maybe it's from doing it before, but it feels easier this time. My house is just a few buildings down, so you don't have to wait too long. And then you can just stay with me for the night and call whoever you need to call in the morning. You can call them now. Why morning? Here it is. Sign. Sign. I know I was kind of. I know the thirst was there with me earlier, but the thirst is strong with you, Sign, because there's no way. You didn't even ask him if he can, like, call, like, family or friends to help him. Or we could, like, get an Uber to take you to where you need to go. Friends, family. This is really too kind of you. I don't deserve it, but at the same time, I can't reject the offer. Don't feel bad for it. I really do want to help you. Is there a reason why you want to help me? Or are you just the type of person who would help anyone? Devin's face looks a bit upset when he says this. Does he think I have weird motives? I'm not really sure. I just think if I were in your shoes, I want someone to look out for me like this. I bet there is someone who would do anything for you. I don't know. The strange compliment makes my heart thumb quickly in my chest. I try to ignore it, but it's soon all I hear. It makes me feel a bit happy in some way, and I get flustered myself. Honestly, bro, if you really are a stalker, without all the stalking crap, you could have had a chance. Look, she's totally into him. This is crazy. To distract myself from the noise in my own head, I look out into the darkness trying to search for any stalking figures. I make sure we aren't being followed and there doesn't seem to be another soul in sight. For the past few weeks, I've constantly been seeing moving shadows and feeling eyes on the back of my head. But for the first time in a while, I don't feel anything at all. I feel safer. And as I finally see the front of my house in view, I think the rest of the wild night is going to actually be okay. You have reached the end of the demo. Oh, the end of the demo? Thank you, Sai, for playing and invite me in. Continue the game and see how the rest of the night unfolds later this year. The hearts above give a clue to the path you were headed on. Oh, what does this mean? Oh, I really like this game. I can't wait for the full game to come out. I'm definitely gonna play this. Honestly, they should. If this comes out in freaking October, I'm gonna check it out for this and see like when the release of the game is. But invite me in. This is a great game. I love it. All of, like the atmosphere, like the characters. It's so cool, and I can't wait to see where the story goes. Like, is he actually a stalker, or is he really just someone that needs help? That's gonna be interesting to see more of. But I really enjoyed playing this game, and if you enjoyed this gameplay and want to see more from me, please like, subscribe, and yeah, we're gonna be getting into other games. I'm gonna try to find a few other games with like similar vibes for like October, because I'm really in the freaking Halloween spooky season spirit. But yeah, we're gonna end the video there, and I really enjoyed this. I freaking love this. I cannot wait for the whole game to come out, and yeah, we will see where the story leads us in the future. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoy. Bye.